text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
Good afternoon and welcome to October 3rd, just like that. We're in here. Man, 2022 almost out of here, man. 3 more months. There's 3 full months. Today's topic is 3 ways to build. 3 lists to find motivated sellers fast. So text the word Gator if you want to join us live. Text the word Gator to the number 205-964-5243. That gets you pushed to the front of the line to get your questions answered. Priority. You can ask multiple questions if you text the word Gator to the number. All right. What else we got? You want to watch a list of videos that pretty much get you going in the right direction? Text VIP to the number. Text VIP to the number 205-964-5243. Text messaging, which you're going to have a new video coming out, actual course that's going to be free on how to text message the proper way to get more leads, do more deals. You know what that means, more money. So text the word text to the number. You can check that out, what's going on with it right now. People need to build lists. We'll get to that in a moment. But if you want to actually build lists and how to do that step by step, text the word list to the number also. Here we are, Gator. There you go. So, text the word Gator if you want to join us live. Make sure you text the word Gator to the number 205-964-5243. Text the word Gator to the number. You can subscribe, share, like, and follow. Please do that. We don't ask for much. Please subscribe, share, like, and follow. The paperwork. Well, here are the times that we're on. Monday through Thursday, normally. Monday through Wednesday, 3:45 or so, between 3:45 and 4 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursdays around 8:05 Eastern. Okay, and the paperwork. Last thing, the paperwork. If you want to have the thing that gives you the superpower to put these deals together, it's all about the paperwork. So you can get free access to the contract I've been using for houses since 2003, been giving it away since 2008, been used all over the country. So this video not only get access to it free on an unlimited basis, but also how to fill it out for sellers and buyers. Text the word contract. I'm good. What we got?
Okay, we got a few on. We have a few on YouTube. Verma Eubanks. They said, "What is the best way to get started when I live in Philadelphia? What if I live outside of Philadelphia and put up bandit signs? Do I need a license?"
Okay, so you live in Philadelphia. Well, if you're gonna do deals in Philadelphia, that's not where you really live. If you live there, fine. But if you're gonna do deals in that city limits, I'm assuming that's what it's going to cover, is being able to do deals in the city limits of Philadelphia. So they were, from last time I was updated on it, it's been a minute, but they require a bandit sign license to do deals there. A bandit sign license. What am I saying? A wholesaler's license. Y'all let me say it too. A wholesaler's license to do deals, but it's more like just getting a business license, not really becoming a real estate agent or a broker. So I think $500 or so all in, and a background check or whatever, and boom, you're in the game. So ban the sign license. Which one? Which one? We'll do it over time. Yeah. Which one they trying? What keyword are they looking for particularly? Well, yeah. Here's the contract. The last one that I showed. Access the contract for free. You can just text the number 205-964-5243.
Tell them what the keywords
It's your
are.
first
Tell them
time, you know.
The keywords.
The keywords, yeah, the keywords, same number. If you're trying to build a list of motivated sellers, text the word list to the number. Boom. If you want to join us on the live stream, text the word Gator to the number. Text messaging, you want to do that the proper way. Like I said, we're going to have an update on that, but it still works. This video here that you'll see. Text the word text to the number. And and if you want to access a playlist of videos to get you going in the right direction, there's a lot of videos on the channel, but these selected videos will get you going in the right direction. So text VIP to the number.
All right. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Joseph Wilson said, "Do you think Bank of America new money, no money down program is a good program or a scam?"
Well, Bank of America is a reputable company. Not saying they don't do some unsavory stuff, but normally they don't. They're publicly traded, so they're governed on a different eyeballs. So scam is not the word that I would use when describing something that they're actively promoting as an opportunity to get money from them. Now, it's all in the details. You have to be clear on what's being offered. So I have no idea about it. I've heard about it only because one of the team members here, which is she's on now, she may be able to educate you on it because she's looked into it. You got anything to share on it, Ken? Pull the mic around.
Okay. Well, I ran across a video and it was a guy who called and he was asking questions, and to him, I think he's a lender himself, and he said that it seems legit. So, but it's only certain areas that they will lend you money in. So you will have to call and see which cities and counties that they will lend in as far as picking a house. But that's all I know so far. It is really zero down, so you really don't have to put money down on it. But that's all I know so far.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Interesting.
And they did say credit really doesn't really matter.
Well, what are they using this? I wonder what they're using this for. Is
you gotta
ability to pay.
You gotta have a cap though. The guy, he was from Texas. I think their cap was like a less than 100,000. You got to make it less than 100,000 for them to actually lend the money. So it's different things you got to have in place, but supposedly it really is zero down, and it's for people who have like bad credit and
Okay.
But that's all I know. So
okay.
So in short, look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, do your research.
Yeah.
Actually call them and let them explain it to you, and then you do follow up. Yeah, and then you do follow up research after that. That's where you do it.
All right.
Thank you, Ken, for that participation.
What you do is to call them, like you said.
Yeah, that's where you want to
Straight
start.
from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, you want to get someone on the phone and explain it to you. Based on your situation, they should be able to answer questions.
All right, this one came from Neha. They said, "Can I join outside the U.S.?"
I'm getting a lot of that lately. That's interesting. You have a worldwide
Where
reach.
are they from?
Australia in particular, for some reason, they're man, they're like 12 or 13 hours ahead of us or something ridiculous like that.
Mm.
Well, Tyler, why don't you try to find somebody that's there, like a lawyer, and see what they'll
Oh no,
say?
I got a cat that I'm trying to do a little business with that's there.
Okay.
But anyway, to answer your question, if you're trying to do this here, but you live somewhere else, no, that's no different than virtual wholesaling. If you're here, I can live in New York City and wholesale in Los Angeles. So even if you're in Zimbabwe, you got internet access. Obviously, if you're watching this, then you can wholesale here. You're just going to have, in most cases, not, I guess not always, some assistance to help you put deals together. But to answer your question, yeah, you can make it happen. People do business here in all types of ways here and don't live here, in this country, in these borders. So, oh yeah, internet can be a wonderful tool. Like a lot of things, like water is probably our most vital um, um, asset or natural resource, and it may be the most dangerous at the same time. Internet is no different. If it can be one of the most valuable business tools that you could possibly use, but it could also be dangerous or whatever, because people get taken to the bank in some cases or whatever, and other stuff out there that's happening, white vans, so but yeah, so that's normally the way most stuff works. It can be very useful positively and then negatively. I don't know much stuff that don't probably works that way, right? Seems like the more valuable it is, the more likely it can go both ways and be just as detrimental to you. So,
All right, this question came in from TikTok. How did you get started?
okay, so interesting question. Someone wants to know, how did I get started? Um, Long story short, 2003 has been the time frame that I've been doing this. And I got started by accident. Like most people, you get introduced to stuff, you're not really looking for it. It may come to you through a friend. In this day and age, you could be scrolling. I don't know, you may be watching uh, uh, um, uh, clips of Family Matters or something, and voila, you see me pop up. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And whatever was being said, that keeps the attention, and boom, you're in it. But for me, it was basically a friend of mine, and his now wife were going to school. I'm not gonna tell the whole story. We're going to school now to become real estate agents. And the guy that normally taught the class wasn't there, so to substitute that particular night, he didn't talk about being a real estate agent. He talked about being an investor and creative ways of being an investor with no money. So my friend, knowing how I was from college, told me about it. That was in October of 2002. I didn't act on it at that time. Long story short, got researched it in December of 2002, bought a course, listened to the course, and 30 days later, I had some bread. So that's my story. I by no means that can be anyone else's story. Some people have done it quicker. Some people it takes a lot longer, and they're actually pursuing it. So, but that's how I got started in a nutshell. There's longer versions out to go into more detail, but we are pressed for time, and I don't feel like running my brain through that again.
All right, this question came from Instagram. For commercial properties, do you have to have them off market?
Well, it just depends on what type of commercial property. What I'm really focusing on right now, is self-storage that needs to be off market. If you have a lead on that, and there's a lot of self-storage facilities out there in all types of sizes. Ideally, we're targeting what we would consider mom and pop operations. You want to avoid the national brands and some regional brands, but definitely the national brands like Extra Space, U-Haul, Public Storage, Metro Storage. That's more of a regional thing. I think iStorage, iCube, or something like that. Pods, which you're gonna avoid those. And now they can still be a mom and pop, can still have a major facility or whatever that could be worth several $1 million, double-digit $1 million or whatever. So when I say double-digit, I mean 8 figures. But generally speaking, the ones that are easy probably to get to is they have a self-storage facility, there's no office, and they just have a little billboard out front with a phone number. Guess who normally that phone number goes to? That number goes to, if you call them, probably to the owner. Now, those would be easy to reach out to see if they're interested in selling it. Now, and you can just be transparent with them and say, hey, I have someone that I'm working for. I'm trying to make some extra money. They want us to look for a self-storage. Just let them know I don't know anything about it. But I just need to know that you're interested in selling, and I'll get the right person on the line. Now, if you want to get more in depth, there's going to be information out there to train you the lingo and all that stuff on it. But it could be that simple. Now, the big box stores, I put out a video on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, a couple other places. Now, those could be for sale. That's not as big of a deal if those are sale. I prefer that they're not, but those still could be for sale. When I say the big box stores that are vacant, I'm referring to like a former Kmart, former Walmart, maybe even a Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that. Those particular buildings definitely in play. Now, sometimes people get a little confused with those because those will be vacant in a larger shopping center, and the entire shopping center is one property, not just that vacant building. Normally, those are not in play because, like I say, part of the shopping center may still be active, and that's really not per se what we're looking for right now. We're looking just for those mainly standalone properties. Like I say, they 50, 100,000 square feet, sitting on several acres. Those are the ones that are is the approach right now. So that'll change. Now, I'm not close to definitely like multifamily as far as apartment buildings. That's always game, but those need to be off market. You need to be dealing directly with the owner. If you're not dealing directly with the owner, you got to be dealing directly with the broker on the big box properties that has the listing for the seller or for the owner of that property.
All right. We got a few people who said hello. Hope you guys' day's been blessed. Hope you guys' day is doing well. This one says, where can I find good VAs?
Where can you find good VAs? Okay, so now if you're having VAs just to speaking of VA, if you need a phone dialer, you're trying to do some what am I trying to say? Cold calling. This is the dialer. I mean, this will help you put it on steroids and be more efficient. Text the word dialer to the number. But as far as VAs, you can use who we use as far as cold calling. You could text the word scale to the number. Script. Yeah, they can do other stuff, but that's their main thing. It's cold calling. So just set up an appointment, schedule a time so they can go over the services and the cost. Text the word scale to the number. Scale, SCALE. Skeleton.
All right, this came from a Facebook user. This is a good question. They said, how should you comp vacant land in a neighborhood with homes if the land is large enough to build another home?
How should you comp a vacant lot, basically, in a neighborhood? They call those infill lots, right? Now, that's a little tricky. Some people, let me just go to the type of people that like, if you're trying to wholesale a piece of land, you got some people just like to own land, period. You're going to have that group of people. And then you're going to have situations, if it's an infill lot, you have to think of in terms of pricing as far as what it costs to build a brand new house, a new construction. Now, if you're in a $500,000+ neighborhood, it's a no-brainer if you can get it at a certain price. Right? Assuming that the average house is a certain square footage, still has to make sense because you can, and it's going to be all over the place, but you can just use $150 per square foot to come up with a number and say, hey, if the average house in this area is 1,500 square feet, right? And it costs $150 to build, then You multiply 150 times 1,500 square feet, that's $225,000, right? And so now, what type of neighborhood are we in? Are we in a neighborhood that's 300,000? Then that may be doable, or whatever, because we know it's going to cost about 225. So now, how cheap do I need to get the lot in order for it to make sense to a potential builder or even a homeowner or someone that wants to live in that area? So it's 5,000, 10,000 is a number what I need to get on the contract for, and maybe wholesale it for 15 or 20 or whatever, and that still may not work at a $300,000 point price. Maybe at 350, then you got some 325, 350. So hopefully I didn't go all over the place, then that makes a little bit more sense. But it just depends on the neighborhood. But then sometimes that won't even matter. It could be in a neighborhood where the houses are under $100,000 if you can get it cheap enough. Normally you're going to try to get lots like that for $500 to $1,000 because you may be able to flip it for anywhere from $2,000 to maybe $5,000.
So if a house costs 500,000 in a neighborhood,
Mhm.
how much do you have to discount that price? What would be the budget a builder would have for the land?
Well, again, it depends. Well, they generally, from my understanding now, they like to be around 15% of the cost of the property, which means you're going to have to be less than that. I say, and in those type of neighborhoods where the new construction would make sense, you're trying to get the lot at 5-10% max of the value of the property itself.
Thank you.
If that makes sense.
All right. This one it's from the same person. They said, "How do I text the number from outside the U.S.? They're in New Zealand."
Wow, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What time is it in New Zealand?
We can look it up.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know. You're an international person. What's up?
So you
Educate us.
I have no idea if that would work. But
That ain't the answer we're looking for.
No, listen.
Oh yes, I'm gonna listen.
Probably don't know if that would work, but you would probably just have to, like you're calling the US, probably have to text the code for the US first and then the number. Whatever that code might be coming from your country, how would you dial a number if you were calling the US? I don't know. I believe it's a 1 for the US. So just look up what the country code, the US country code is.
I got the answer.
Okay.
Okay, you just gonna probably have to just whatever websites that you can join here. I mean that you can sign up for here. Like if I don't know if Gmail will allow you to do it here, where you can. A Google account, which is Gmail account. And you can use Google Voice to text. I don't know if that works that way, or they, like don't allow them to use U.S. numbers when they're in other markets, other cities like that. Now that's free. Now, like Bumble and other services like that, they may probably allow you to have access to those like their websites. So now you go to to Bumble. That's V as in Victor, UMBER, like the word number, replace the N with a V as in Victor. Then I think you can use it as a normal number like you do here, so especially for text messaging or whatever. So it'll be a similar service like that would allow you to do the text or whatever. So yeah, 924. So is New Zealand close to Australia?
Yeah, it is.
They okay, so it's 9:25
The code you would have to dial 001.
a.m. in Australia, huh?
The code for the US is 001 from Zealand. But you may also tell them they may also, if they can't do Bumper, they may also try WhatsApp. That they may be able to do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because that's free.
I think like Australia has like I said, let me put Sydney. That's the only place I know. That's better with I. Sydney, Australia. They might. All right, so it's 7:29, 7:27 in Sydney, Australia.
What is 7:27?
A.m.
Oh.
It's 9:25 a.m. in whatever part of New Zealand they gave me. or whatever. I just didn't even, let me see what city. So this is Wellington, New Zealand. Ever been there?
No, I've never been. I want to go because everything is, I feel like it's upside down. The time is, and the seasons are. The seasons are different.
Yeah.
So I would love to go just to experience.
Yeah. All right. Not enough of geography and time.
All right.
Tab, yo. But that's amazing, though. Wow. Okay. I guess it's morning there. They could be watching, getting it in. Hey, well, I thank you. Well, welcome.
They said it's now 9:26 a.m.
There you go.
I know, isn't that cool?
How did New Zealand person, what's her name, Jessica?
Niha.
How did you find us? How did you find us?
I'm like TikTok.
Problem.
All right, this question came in from Instagram. Can you teach us how to do it from home?
Can I teach you how to do this from home?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Well, if you're watching this right now, where am I thinking it? Now this video here is a training. Did it about 3 or 4 weeks ago. This video here would go a long way in showing you how to do it from home, right? That'll go a long way. You just need the right tools. So either that tool or text the word. Okay, here we go. Text the word tool, and this is prop stream here. And then we'll show you how we use it if you text the word time behind it. From home.
Let's see. Okay, this one came from Secured Freight Dispatching. They said, how long will it take to start the process of wholesaling?
Okay, so they want to know how long will it take to start the process of wholesaling? Wow, that's an interesting question. So how would y'all think what they mean by that? What because that could be, thought of in several different ways. How long, what would you say?
Like, how long would I say?
I'm saying, what are they really, what are they asking?
I guess, like, how long do they need in, like, educating themselves and, like, getting all the tools they need before they can actually start closing deals.
Okay.
Which is subjective.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. I couldn't. It's all that could be all over the place. So we'll just try to give a broad answer here. All right. So how long should it take me to start the process of wholesaling? Now, at what point are you at? This is your first day discovering it? That's one place. Or you've been studying it for months, right? Mm-hmm. And whatever is in between that. So if this is your first day, welcome aboard. Then what I would suggest, and everybody is different because of the time you can put into it or whatever, but I would strongly suggest just diving into there's other content out there, but diving into the content here, set yourself a 1 to 2 month goal that you're going to become an expert through these free videos I have on my YouTube channel. If you text the word VIP or letters VIP to the number, this is a good starting place, right? To get a set of videos that just going to give you a really good foundation that you can move forward from. Now, if it's a situation you've already been studying it, then you just need to choose your lanes as far as, number one, how I'm going to generate leads and how I'm going to find match up cash buyers with them. So now it's all about marketing and advertising what you have going on or whatever. So it just depends on where you're starting about. Now, once you go through all of this, if you really take this serious and go start here and go through my YouTube channel, we did the video earlier today, didn't we, Jessica? Mm-hmm. What did I do with that? Did we post that one or another one? That was the teenage one.
We posted the teenage one. I have to finish the other one.
What I was talking about, the title company or something?
Yeah.
So that one, that ain't the same thing. Ain't it? I'm confused.
Different.
Oh, I did the other one this morning. Well, I say where to start. That's the one we posted this morning.
Yeah, but if you're a teenager.
No. You said when you came in, you said, y'all see you already posted one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was just something I just thought I really couldn't just shot. It took all of 2 minutes. What? We got some mess in there.
I knew it. I saw something. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
I don't know what the hell going on.
Oh, I saw it earlier too.
I did too. Don't say anything. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it after the
I was
live.
trying to record. I was like, who gonna kiss
Well,
over?
I've been
No,
got you on. I just didn't
I
say
saw
nothing.
when you came in earlier.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it. We
I
just
was
didn't
like,
say nothing.
I don't say no.
She didn't do it. We're going to discuss that after the live. We're going to discuss that after.
I was trying to get the reaction. This is why I put the hoodie on.
She didn't tell us anything. I saw
I thought he
it,
was
but
like,
I didn't say anything.
no.
What did that hoodie say?
It says exactly what happened. We
I ain't noticed that. Y'all.
I thought he was like, oh no.
I wouldn't have never read that. I wouldn't have. I don't be reading
It's
folks
about
stuff.
time.
No, I didn't see it. I couldn't tell when you were sitting down.
Look,
I was like, let's see who get it first.
look.
Yeah, I had saw it.
Oh.
Yeah,
And I was like, I guess she now is spelling it out for us.
No, I really was trying to get Ty reaction.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought he was about to say something smart.
No, congratulations, baby. I ain't got nothing negative to say. Hey, you deserve the best.
It's about time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you deserve the best. Don't listen to nothing I got to say.
You just got advice.
No, I have zero advice. I have zero advice. No, I have zero. Anyway, back to regular
Sorry,
programming.
guys. Yeah.
We got sprung a surprise here. You know what I'm saying? She's full of surprises.
Right.
I remember we were at Nikki's. She gave me another surprise.
Right.
I
Last year.
think it was just me and her. I don't think nobody. It's just no. It was just me and you that day.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything until months later.
Y'all told me later.
Yeah, we were just. Trust me, I know what I'm talking
I
about.
know they're wondering like, what the heck
Yeah.
is going on?
You was like, oh, I got to tell you something. You know, I said, oh boy, that's funny. But anyway,
Okay. All right, moving on. Sorry, y'all. We had a little aside the conversation.
yeah, I noticed when you came in though. I did. I wasn't gonna say
I
that.
did too.
I was trying to get a good reaction.
So stuff on.
Yeah.
All right. So this one says, hi Footman. After creating a seller's list, a lot of properties seem to be placed back on the market or recently taken off. Should I research each property one by one before cold calling? Absolutely not. You will waste your time to narrow down the search list.
She answered it. No.
She said,
Do not
No,
do
no,
that.
no.
No, just call them, because then you don't know if you call them, they might not even answer the damn phone.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah,
you would have researched it for no reason.
Yeah, you've been in all that research. You know, the worst thing to do is start trying to comp properties you don't number one know they want to sell. And no, you don't want to do none of that until you've actually talked to somebody and they want to sell. And a lot of times you still won't comp. Well, you might not know because you're starting out. But yeah, you don't want to dive put that much time into it unless you're just doing for a little practice, whatever. But you don't want to do that unless you've actually talked to them and they want to sell. Yeah.
She's like, since y'all don't notice, I'm gonna spell it out for you.
No, I was trying to wait till
Where did y'all go?
huh?
Where did y'all go?
Panama.
Panama City?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Y'all went. Okay. That's what's up.
All right. This is on TikTok. They said, why do you share this information?
Why?
Yeah.
Why not?
You don't want it.
But to answer the question though, couple of things. Number one, it's an unbelievable way to network, right? And I can only be in one place at a time. You know, even the internet can provide a lot of information about different places. But one of the reasons I started to do it the way I do it is I wanted to have an opportunity to have a lot of like-minded people out there that we could possibly make money together. It has happened some. It hadn't happened as much as I would like, by no means, but we're getting there. One of the best ways to build trust, if you're basically a nobody, which I am, is to provide something to help them feed themselves, to make some money. That's the best way to build trust with somebody. And you're not asking for anything. You're giving more than what you're asking for. Now, I'll have courses and, these tools and stuff I recommend. I make money off of those, but you don't have to ever do any of that. And you can still get it all, right, for free. So that's one reason, the networking. The other reason was, before I even discovered real estate, I was very, what's the word? And I still am amazed with the power of the internet. When I first got introduced to it, I guess it would have been, let me tell you something. Maybe 98. Oh no, before that, because she started. Let me see. Maybe I got introduced to the internet maybe in 98, maybe early 98. Chick I was dating at the time, she got a job and she came home excited one day. Well, we didn't live together, but she came home excited. And I was like, man, they got this thing at work. It's called the internet, blah, blah, blah. And so how did I think we went to the library or something and she showed it to me. And then I bought her a computer and then bought me one. So I bought her one first. Wow. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then bought me one. What a dumbass. And so
you learn.
The power of the.
And so anyway, so I was always just on there research. I had, I spent a lot of time, on my desktop at the time, just trying to learn as much as I could. And I never really could make any money. Been made at some of the stuff I had tried to make money online or whatever. And so when I got introduced to wholesaling and actually started doing it and making some money, the internet thing was still a hobby. So when I discovered YouTube, right, like most of us, it's an amazing platform and still is. So I just said, I just thought about it in this way. I wanted to, well, especially back then, it's not as much as now because people do give more information away. But back then, you would only see stuff and it was more teasers on how much money I made, this, that, or whatever, or this person helped me make this much money. But no one would ever explain anything in any real detail on how the money was made or whatever. And so I didn't want to be in that lane. Not saying they're doing anything wrong. I didn't want to be one of those individuals. If I'm going to talk about a topic, I'm going to tell you what I know about it, whatever that is or whatever. So number one, I want to differentiate myself from everybody else that was doing it. And it really wasn't that many people out there doing the whole, well, YouTube was still new. So it really wasn't a lot of people putting out that kind of content anyway. That's why I got over 1,000 videos now, because I started putting out the content in 08 or whatever. And I've been pretty consistent over time, sometimes more than others. And so I just thought I wanted to put out the content on how to do this. Either you take it and run with it, or, well, let me go back. Since we're talking about that, I'm going to go back. When I first started doing this, I would tell all my friends, whoever wanted to listen, friends and family members, whoever wanted to listen. So I may would sit down with them an hour or so and explain it, and they wouldn't do anything with it, right? And so I was like, oh, I ain't going to do that no more, right? Before even the YouTube thing, I started, I put together a course or whatever. Well, really wasn't even a course. It was just, you could talk to me for $97. And I ain't even have a limit on how long we would talk. All right. Or whatever. And so, and then it graduated to the YouTube thing or whatever. And so when I started putting out content, and you can go back and look, I'll just sit there and just tell you what I know about a particular topic as far as the business. And if you want this, I think by then I had created some type of course or something. If you wanted the course, or you wanted to deal, well, I probably wouldn't even the course, then still just dealing directly with me and I just answer your questions. Then now you're paying for my time. The videos, you do whatever you want to, it's all there. But whenever you're trying to get into my time, I think that has some value. I don't know what the number is, but I think it has some value, especially back then. And so that's how it came about. So the networking and feeding the hobby, basically. The networking and feeding the hobby. So the networking, I put a lot of people out there that trust what I got to say because I help them make money, or they think I can help them make money, and we can partner, boom, boom, boom. And then just the internet, feeding my thirst or my hobby of internet marketing, basically. So it was a combination of things. So Hopefully that makes sense.
All right, this is another question on TikTok. How long did it take you to seal your first deal?
Well, I sort of went through it a moment ago, but from the time that would say I want to say my starting point was when I first actually did something. I spent about 3 or 4 weeks just educating myself. When I actually just did something, I bought some bandit signs, only 50 of them, put them out on a Sunday morning. I picked the signs up on a Friday, put them out on that Sunday morning. A couple of days later, that Monday, the very first two calls I received were deals. One of them blew up in my face, was a lease option deal, and the wholesale deal closed. So basically 30 days, right around maybe a day or two less or more. So 30 days. But that's not normal. That's not normal.
So do you think if it would have went the other way, you would have chosen that as your main like the concentration of like I mean the main thing you do as opposed to wholesaling?
Well, Lisa, I don't like what comes with lease options.
Got
You
it.
got to manage it.
Okay.
Now you can still set up a lease option deal and still wholesale that out. I didn't really know that at the time.
Okay, got
You
it.
know what I'm saying? I didn't know because the lease option or subject to stuff like a lot of times those will come quicker than the wholesale deals. Because a lot of properties are leveraged with mortgages or whatever, and those opportunities can come faster. So anytime you can set up some owner financing, it's just going to be more. Even people with the cash, they would prefer to spend less of their money to get into a property than to have to spend all their money. Anytime you can set up owner financing and in some good terms, those are very easy to move. Because now you bring in a whole another group of people that may not have 100,000 to invest in a property, but they may have 30 or whatever, and 10 of it may go to you, 20 go into fixing it. So. Yeah.
All right. Chris from YouTube said, "What's the video I need to look at that shows me how to get cash buyers with PropStream?"
Man, Chris, what's up, man? The hocus pocus. Let me see here. Here you go. Boom. This is a good one. Cash buyers. This is a good video to watch.
All right, another Chris McLean from YouTube said, "How do I come up with the pricing to offer on the storage unit?"
Wow, man, that's too deep. It's too many factors that go in there, but there's some good content out there. Now, if you're going to send over a deal to us, we do all of that for you. We just need to know that they want to sell or whatever. Now, if you're trying to learn it yourself, which is fine, there's good. There's some content out there. I did an interview with AJ Osborne recently that could possibly help you out. He has some really good content on the business itself. So, but there's some good videos out there on self-storage investing.
All right, this one says, "What's the best way to get started in Airbnb with little cash up front? Should I go to rent an apartment route? Should I go to rent the apartment route or purchase a mortgage?"
The Airbnb thing, that's not my lane, so I wouldn't know. I've wanted to probably potentially get into it, but just one of those things. I hadn't had the energy to do it. So, and I know people that'll walk me straight through it, so I can't answer that question for you on that.
All right. This one came from my so-called fasting life. She said, "Which skip tracing site do you recommend to find relatives of deceased owners, or would a state/county website work better?"
Which skip tracing service to find? Who is that?
Relatives of deceased owners.
Relatives of deceased owners. Now, if you're trying to find relatives, a good site is Intellus.com. That I've used in the past whenever we do that. INTELIUS, Intellus.com. No affiliation currently.
Right. This is the person from New Zealand. They said they will try WhatsApp. They found you through YouTube and they found your approach to real estate very enlightening.
I'm amazed. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. New Zealand, boy.
Try WhatsApp. That's a good idea.
That's what's happening.
This Facebook user said something similar. They said they've been doing research on it for about a month, but your videos are way more informative. I almost paid for a mentor, but I think I'm gonna wait on that. The only thing I'm still unclear is the contracts and the process for North Carolina.
It's no different. The contract, hey, that's the if the contract is your only hold up, you have none. Here you go. Text the word contract to the number and follow the instructions in the video. Right? It shows you how to fill it out for sellers, buyers. It's all there. You have no hold up.
All right, this one says, what options is there to rehab a house with little money?
What options are to rehab a house with little money? Well, even if you had someone, the owner, finance the property for you, meaning you didn't have to actually spend the money to buy it, and you still got to have a budget to renovate the property, you may have to bring a partner into the deal to do that.
You can do a novation agreement.
Well, yeah, that too. So, yeah, I guess if you're trying to do a complete rehab, it's just going to depend on the repair costs and what you're working with. Oh my God.
Wholesale. Also, explain to them about wholesaling.
Well, yeah, you can clean up a property, and sometimes that'll work, and you can maximize the number on it. So I think they're talking about HGTV type stuff though. So, but the answer is wait on that. That's fine. Start wholesaling. You still got to find a great deal. Whether you're trying to fix a flip or wholesale, you still got to find a great deal. Wholesale makes some money if you want to go into that side of it, or fix and flipping, then boom. But let me just give you some numbers here. Would you rather spend $100 to make $10,000 or $70,000 to make $30,000? Not a trick question.
Okay.
Sure.
Let's see. This one says, I have 2 properties of land in Texas, selling both at the same time. Okay, there's no question there, but that's good. I don't know who this is. Chat69. I keep blocking them. This one says, what kind of rapport should I build on the buyer? What kind of report should I build on the buyer?
I guess rapport is what they mean. What type of rapport relationship? Well, it's an end game. You want to have buyers that see you as an asset because you're helping them make money. That's it. That's the only reason they're going to want to be friends with you in most cases. You might have some nice people out there that want to holler, but just be cool or whatever. But in the most cases, the rapport is built because you can help them make money. Find them great deals. Continuously have great deals available. They'll love you.
Okay. We got someone in the Gator room, Mike Green. So hold on, let me take this off. And let me add him. Say something.
Yo,
Big time. What's happening, man?
how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good. What about yourself?
I'm good. Well, first of all, Ty, I just want you to know that the bandit signs worked.
Okay. All right. You got a deal? You got a check? What you got?
I got a possible deal that I
Okay.
was wanting to run by you.
Okay. You want me to?
It's a house in Leland, Mississippi. Hold on, let me get
Uh-oh.
you
What is
the
Leland? What is
address.
Leland there?
It is.
What happened?
It sounds like it.
Sounds like they're hammering.
He cut off.
Come back. What was his
Come
name?
back to us.
Mike Green.
Oh, the House of Dragon was so good last night.
Don't tell me.
I'm not
nothing.
gonna tell
only
you.
seen one episode.
Did you ever see?
Who? Now you know what? I'm glad you brought that up.
No, you still have.
I'm glad you brought that up. Now y'all can fact check me. The women can, that particular tribe, and they may have come out in the movie. That was one of the tribes that actually sold slaves to what's the name?
That's true.
You gotta watch the movie. They
That's
I
true.
know, but they use the women. Well, how they really use the women, from my understanding, I may be wrong on this. How they use those women, they use them to go to other tribes to like basically trick them into
That's true.
to fall in love, so they could
The
set them
movie
up
is
to sell them,
false. It's fiction.
to set them up so they could be put in chains.
Yeah.
That they
Because at first, Lupita Nyong'o was supposed to play Viola Davis' role, and that's one of the reasons why she turned the role down, because she felt funny about it being inaccurate and then perpetuating something like that.
Yeah. That almost cancels me out of going to watch it.
Well, how
Oh
we know that
wow.
one's true? That's true versus.
They say that
Do
that
your own
particular
research.
that particular tribe,
Different.
that's what they did.
Yeah.
And that's what the women were really used for. They wasn't used to fight or whatever. They
They
were
were
really
still a bunch of bad bitches.
Yeah.
You should see the
I
movie.
said that movie was still.
All right, Mike.
My bad, I got disconnected.
Yes,
But
sir. Yes, sir.
but yeah, it's in Leland, Mississippi. The address is 25 Watkins Road. It's
Leland.
three.
What is Leland there?
It's in the Delta.
Okay, Leland. I'm saying Watkins Road. Okay. Um, I don't know what that means when people say it's in the Delta. As much as I hear that, and I was born in Mississippi, technically not raised there, but close enough. All my mama folks in Mississippi, but from Mississippi. But anyway, so let's see what we got here, man. All right, so let's do this. Let me do this. Let me share my screen first of all. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay. So let me share my
Can you
screen
see?
here. So let me do this first. So let me
All right.
Google Leland, Mississippi.
All right.
Okay. So Leland. All right. Let me zoom out. Okay. So I reference everything by Jackson, Tupelo, South Haven, that area. Okay. So you're on that Louisiana. That's on that Louisiana border. Greenville. Where's Natchez? Okay, Vicksburg is down there. So I'm showing the population of 4,400, 48, 40, almost 4,500, right? Now, when I go back
Right.
over here to prop stream, it's no surprise that I don't show any comps, right? Which means it's hard to come up with a value on the property. Now, I'm showing that it's only 888 square feet. Let's see if we can do a okay, Google Maps did go down that street. All right, so there's the prop. So is it a mobile home or a house? Okay, that's a house right
It's a
there.
house right there where the white truck at.
Yeah, I got you. And how much they want for it?
Oh no, they was trying to talk and negotiate with me, but they want to get rid of it, and they the sole owner of the house.
Did they give you a
No,
price?
they ain't give me a price yet. They
Okay.
want me to come out and look at it.
You live in the area?
I'm not far from. They like 30 minutes from my grandfather's house.
Okay. All right. I really can't even give you a value on something like this, man, because there's no activity in the area. When you're dealing with a small town like this, it makes it difficult. Let me just see how large the lot is that it's sitting on. At least it is on the freeway. I mean, on the highway. So the lot is not that big, only 9,000 square feet. So which is 0.2 acres. Now the county is saying it's worth what is that, 15,000 or so. The biggest thing with this, Mike, is will you have a buyer for it? When you're dealing with an area this in a city or town this small, will you have a buyer for it? So we don't show any activity on it. So even if I go out and extend, let's go 3 miles out, see if we pull up anything. Still nothing. All right, let me go out 5 miles. All right, still nothing. All right, let me go out 10 miles. Still nothing. Makes it tough, man. Makes it tough.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes you tired. I don't even know what to tell you on this. I don't know what to tell you to offer. I guess if you could, I don't know if you can get the county is saying it's worth 15,000. If you can get it for 2 or 3,000, maybe post it on Facebook in that area. Somebody may take it off your hand for anywhere from 5 to 10. I don't know. Just me thinking outside the box is probably what I would suggest there. So
Okay, because they sent me pictures of the house too, inside and out.
oh no problem. They're good. You can use those to market it if you can get a good price on it. Go offer them $2,000 and see if they'll take it.
So offer the person
2,000.
that owned the house 2,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and if they say yes, move
Put it under
on,
contract and
go
try to
on from there.
market it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right,
All right,
yes
my
sir.
man. All right. Good luck to
I
you.
appreciate it. If I get
Yes,
any
sir.
more deals, I'll hit you up.
All right, no problem. Let us know.
One last question before I go. What would be a good time to contact you after the videos? I know you be busy and stuff.
Just text the number, man, 205-964-5243.
Say less. I got you.
All right, my man.
Y'all be easy. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
All right, you want to go ahead and do the topic?
Yeah, we'll do the TOP. I see. So today's topic is 3 lists to find. What do you think about that thumbnail?
I like it. I know you like kung fu.
All right. 3 lists to find motivated sellers fast. Okay, basically, what I'm referring to is PropStream, and these are 3 lists that you can find, and we train you on how to use that. But anyway, so 3 lists I like is tired landlords, and the definition that they have of a tired landlord is well, let's back up. So motivated sellers, people come in all types of sizes. Motivated sellers come in all formats. Normally, it's generated because of life situations that creates your motivated sellers. So you as a real estate investor / wholesaler, your daily job is to get in front of enough people that own real estate. Enough of them want to sell. Enough of them want to sell cheap enough, which is meaning they're a motivated seller, and the numbers take over. All right, so there are a lot of ways to go about this. One of the ways is building lists of potential motivated sellers based on certain criteria. And so with that list, you can do a few things with it. You can cold call that list. That's what I mean when I say use this dialer to make that more efficient and to speed up the process. You can also text message the list. And that's what number one, list if you want to build those. And the next thing is you can text message that list, text the word text there to learn how to do that. And then, of course, you could do direct mail. Okay, so now I told you it's terrible, man. So here are 3 of those quick lists that you can use with PropStream that I like. And well, you'll get to that. One of the first one is probably the one I like. I'll go from my least to best. The first one I like is number 3 on the list would be senior owners, and the definition of senior owners is identifies properties where the current ownership exceeds 25 years. The property owner has a senior tax exemption. The current owner has an open reverse mortgage. It's so 25 years, or the owner has a senior tax exemption, or the current owner has a reverse mortgage in place. That's their definition of a senior owner: 25 years, senior tax exemption, or reverse mortgage in place. All right, so you're targeting people that have owned a piece of real estate a long time. Or they're in a certain age range, because you could be, well, literally, I guess technically you could have owned a piece of real estate for 25 years and you're still in your 40s or even in your 30s. So it's just that definition of, so you get it. But normally it's going to be someone that's owned a piece of real estate. They're going to probably be in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and so on. If they've owned it for 25 years, then the senior tax exemption, that's just based on your age. And then obviously the reverse mortgage, that's based on your age also, to be able to pick those up. All right, so senior owners. Number 2 on the list, going backwards to front, is free and clear. The definition of free and clear is identifies properties that currently have no open mortgages. And they may have some other liens or something on there, but they don't have any mortgages on the property. Okay, so free and clear. That's the type of list I like to build also. All right, and then the best list, in my opinion, is tired landlords. Number 1, they're going to own most of the real estate. But the definition of a potential tired landlord identifies non-owner occupied properties, i.e. rentals, where the current ownership exceeds 15 years. So they've been in the game a long time, right? So there's a possibility they may be tired, a tired landlord. So boom. So you got number 3, senior owners. Number 2, free and clear. Number 1, tired landlords. All right. So again, if you want to build those types of lists, you can text the word list. Where is it? Text the word list to this number, and this video shows you how to do it. Once you build a list, then you want to reach out to them by either text messaging or cold calling. So text those words to get access to those. Now, if you want us to train you on how we use that tool, which is PropStream, if you sign up through us, we'll train you on how to use it. Text the word tool to the number, TOOL. Oh, I can't find it. But anyway, y'all got it. Tool. All right, so boom, we got an hour in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So good. Okay. So we got some good content in for you guys. Oh, here it is. Boom. Tool. For those in New Zealand, Australia, I'm saying tool. Do they speak different languages in New Zealand? It's all English.
I mean, I'm sure there are some native languages there, but I mean.
Okay. All right.
English.
Okay. So it's lunchtime. We've been rolling pretty hard here. So we'll be back tomorrow. Remember, Monday through Wednesday, around 3:45 p.m. Eastern, 4 or 5, around 4 or whatever. And then on Thursday at 8:05. We don't ask for much. Make sure you like, share, and follow us. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Boom.
All right. And we see you guys in the chat. Just join us tomorrow, right?
Please do.
See y'all tomorrow.
All righty.
Text me and I'll text you back.
Text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me and I'll text you back.
You text me, then I'll text you back.
Text me then I'll text you back.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I will help you make your paper stack.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now?
205-964-5243. Now you know 205-964.